For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karis and I'm a 17-year-old author who is currently in the editing process of her first book. I am so excited to be filming this because I'm doing a 30-day mini series of shorts where I give tips for new writers. Today is day one, and my big piece of advice for day one is when starting a story, you need to have 3 main points. You don't have to plot out, if you're not a plotter, you're just a writer, that's fine. But you have to plot to some extent. You have to have an idea of what you're doing, or your story's just not gonna go anywhere. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have started a book and I'll come up with the most basic idea, oh, I'm gonna write about a princess who gets kidnapped. And that's the extent of my thought process, and that's just not gonna cut it. You need to at least have these 3 points: beginning, middle, and end. I like to start with the end because you know what your characters need to accomplish, that they've gotten there. Beginning is where they start out, and middle is how they get to the end. That needs to be the most basic, that's the most basic you can get. You need to know those 3 things or you're not gonna have a story. The only reason I've gotten as far as I have in this book, I have tried writing tons of books before, and the only reason I ever finished this first draft is because I knew those 3 things and it didn't change. You just need to have some kind of grasp of where you're at when you're starting the story. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in day 2. Bye!